The Out There channel.
Please sub and share.
Searching for the truth. UFOs, aliens, greys and ufology. Real images, real stories, real videos, real cases, researched and investigated by professionals in the field and cutting-edge discoveries. Multiple witnesses, abduction accounts brought to you by Team The Out There channel. Good to be back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
Nothing's working. Stream connected. Oh well. Have to figure it out. Constantly problems again. What a pisser. Not sure what's going on here. There you go. Let me just see if I can fix it. Guy stuffed up the app again. Yeah, none of the chat's working, unfortunately. Yeah, Michael, sorry about that, mate. Shit happens, huh? Yeah, it's been a shit month, really. Why have I got this shit here coming up? Yeah, I don't know if I can get the chat working. Let's try the beta version, maybe. Yeah, let's try this again. If not, I'll do without it. Oh dear. I gotta start it up again. Let's see. Found one new live stream. Yay! YouTube might be working. Maybe not. Why is it not entering anything? Does it go the other way? Let me just check. It might be logged in, I guess. Let me just check that. It reckons it is. Stupid thing. Now sign me out, I guess. Getting started. I'm not sure what's going on here. That's a right mess. Because there's no easy thing here to install. Passwords. Let me just have a look. I don't know, it gets too hard. Too hard to maintain all this. Never expected this today. Sorry guys. That's why I don't normally start until I fix things. But yeah, I won't be able to talk to you if I don't get it going. What's the point of that? Well, there'll be no one interested anyway talking. That's ridiculous. It really is. Nothing's going right today. I might just go back to bed. I need to tidy up this file. I'll give time for people to show up, I guess. You think it'd be an easy way to log in, but it's not. Because it doesn't have my password plugin on the damn stupid chat program. It uses its own sort of browser. Let's just try this out. Too much security. Too much. Hey, where's my thing gone now? Ah, there. Okay, where's it? It's really size font too. Big font. I'll have to see if I can scale that down. Don't like mucking around with passwords when you're live. It's two-step verification. Never ends. I guess there's no one around anyway, though. Come on. Still going. Alright. Does it work now? YouTube, one at a time. Yay! Okay, how's that one fixed? He must have cleared all the cookies or something, I don't know. Next one. Twitch, activate. It should need to be signed in. Got more pop-ups popping up here. Okay. Yo. And you got YouTube again. It's telling me to join on Twitch. Well, no one goes here anyway, do they? Because I'm signed in. Stupid fucking me. Crikey, what's going on? Like I told you, it's creating these huge windows. Another one that's not logged in. Also, hang on. I can't scale it down, can I? No. What the hell is going on? Why is it so large? See out. No, it's not doing those windows. Reload. No. Yeah, we get there. Twitch will do without today. Bye bye. Alright. Now we got YouTube. Oh, now I deleted the wrong one. Okay. Let's try again. Rumble. That wasn't working. Rumble. Need the video. ID. Good question. What is the video ID? Where do we find it? No, I already got that one. Details. Does it have it there? Let me just zoom in. No. Didn't have it there. What if I paste it? Will that work? What a disaster. At least we got YouTube going. I'm not sure it's going to work, but here we go. It's probably going to give me an error message. It's doing something. Let's see if that works. Yo. Well, that's working. Still reckons I got Twitch there. So how's that even possible? Actual size. I haven't got Twitch listed. I can't get rid of this browser playing. Just stupid. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't come back. Let's just try another thing. Forever fixing things, eh? Have we got Twitch there? We haven't, have we? I mean, not, I got YouTube, that's right, I only got 2 now. That's right, I killed peel off. Let's put that back in. Then we can go. Helly effing Julia. It's stressful, that's for sure. Pilled. We got pilled. Nothing on Twitch, so it's coming up with that stupid thing. Stressful, that's for sure. Oh no, what's going on now? Pilled. We got pilled. Nothing on Twitch, so it's coming up with that. Oh, the hell is it doing that? That's a right effing mess. Can't even scale down the fonts. I don't even know what it's doing anymore. Everything's so big on it. I really hate these coders that don't test it on different DPIs. It's so big I can't get to the drag handles. I don't even think it's working. Let's see. Yo. Yo 2. Yo 2. Oh well, I had a good show planned today, but it's all screwed up. Anyway, doesn't matter. Maybe try again in a month's time, huh? Why the asshole doing this to me? How can I get to it, you know? Yeah, that's not working. I thought it was, but it's not. Let me just try something else here. I might have done the wrong link, but anyway, I will get there. Looks like it's posting there though. Good evening, Empress. We're just trying to sort out this global chat. He's updated it over the week and now it's all screwed up. I suppose it's going to end up with multiple copies. You should see the size of the font. That's ridiculous. Oh, is it working now? Hey, it might be working. Looks like I might have to start an hour early before shows, huh? Did Pill come up? Yeah, yo. Yeah, good one. Okay. Oh, I should have left it open. Anyway, that's one thing down. We haven't got Twitch going, so anyone talking in the air, I won't know what's going on, unfortunately. No one ever does anyway, do they? No one gives a shit about me anyway. I don't give a shit about my channel, huh? But anyway, we give a shit about ufology here, so we do a show regardless. Regardless of who shows up live. Yeah. Effing Secureteam. I should bring up the avatar. That guy's still making tons of money. It's just ridiculous. Tons of money talking about crap. That's for sure. Making up nonsense. That's right. Is it working? No, it screwed it up. Screwed it up. I don't know what's going on now. What the hell is going on in this world? Let's try again. Video 1, then 8. Where's the input for it? Oh, there. Unbelievable. Hey, is it working? What's up, guys? It's been a terrible day. My laptop died. Everybody's dying. Yeah, speaking of which, Charlie Roo, I still miss him heaps. Poor bugger. The need to invent genetic modification so we can inject dogs and make them live longer. Imagine if we only lived to 15. What would you do in 15 years? That's something to think about, isn't it? I'm in control of Secureteam here. I'm mind molding them. PK. What do you call it? Telekinesis. I suppose everybody's gone now. What do we got here? Paul is having an online seizure. Yeah, machine gremlins. Yeah, it's called damn coders. They keep adding stuff and changing stuff, but I don't know if the other, like Rumble and all that, YouTube are always trying to counteract them to stop it working. It's because they can't write decent code, you know. This guy's Canadian that writes the global chat. And he's not an Indian, I don't think. Most of the coders seem to be Indians now. So yeah, better kick it off now. Who's out there? I better type up what we're going to do today then. Did I already have one over those open? I'm not sure if I did or not. But so I'm so lost now. I've probably got multiple copies open over there. No, okay. Let's just post it around. Okay, what we're doing today is episode 26. Hopefully there'll be no more cursing. Well, there wasn't really much cursing. I was holding my tongue back there. In New Zealand we say munted. It's all munted, man. Oh no, you're not allowed to say such bad language. Yeah, post that. Yeah, now I've got to try and pin that. That's probably not working. Hey, do it here. That's pill done at least. Rumble hasn't got a pinned, I don't think. It might have. They delete their things, don't they? Oh yeah, it has got a pin now. I don't know. I didn't go to the top. And YouTube. Right. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Alright, so finally, let's get into it. Since we're doing Tyler first, we got our guest, Secureteam. What was his name? Tyler, of course. Tyler Cockier. Because he's a cocky bugger. Alright, so let's kick it off. How many got out there at the moment? Must have a few more by now. Oh, 6. Let's go with the silly comet. We touched on it, NASA stuff last weekend. really hate that music. And then we got the weak voice. What's up, guys? I'm a poor country boy. You gotta give me lots of money. Massive space visitor enters our solar system. But something fills Earth. Conspiracy. So yeah. We talked about this last time. So we'll just skim through it. And laugh at it, maybe.
Guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. Today, we have some pretty interesting breaking news. If you hadn't seen it yet, this only happened a few days ago, where astronomers
You might remember this, but we had a better image than it, didn't we?
picked up something new, moving through our solar system in space, and it didn't take...
It's a UAP! No, it's not.
long for them to realize that this thing isn't local and doesn't belong here. It's called 3-Eye Atlas, or Atlas for
3-Eye. I thought it was 5 eyes. 3-Eye. Yeah, so we covered this last time. Basically, they said it. They did a spectral analysis on it and got, you can work out what chemicals it's made up of. And basically it's a dirty rock, with possibly ice in it. And he's saying it's
Michael King donated £10 through Super Chat. I love you doing Tyler impression. We need a whole 30 minutes video on this tongue out.
Alright, I should have done a Tyler cursing session for 30 minutes trying to get this show going, huh? He's too good, he never swears online. Yet that UFO proof guy was, the F word was every third letter, wasn't it? I mean, every third word. And yet he seemed to make lots of money too. But yeah. So yeah, they've done analysis on this. They can look at the light spectrum because, as you know, certain atoms absorb photons, white light, and what you're left is a reflection of the light that hasn't absorbed, right? So they can work out whether it's got hydrogen, oxygen, stuff in it. And of course it was just early days where they're still analysing it when it first came out. So we listen to this guy, you make it sound like another AV Loeb or whatever his name is, that thinks it's a rock going through space that's got alien engines on it because they're too busy to build a proper ship out of metal, so they've got to steal an asteroid and stick some engines on it and fly it around. The orbit path of that was quite big, but I think he's probably got it in the video, so let's just keep on going.
Also listed as C2025N1, and it was first spotted on July 1st by the Atlas telescope system down...
Yeah, all the stuff we got going on in ufology, you can't even cover UFOs. It's got to be conspiracies now, or clips of TV news, or NASA news, or whatever.
In Chile. Now, if some of you remember, this isn't the first time we've seen something like this.
Amura.
It's actually the third interstellar object ever detected by humans on this planet, coming close to...
Well, we have detect lots of rocks, but ones outside the solar system is something new going on, because now we've got more cameras in space, or more cameras on Earth pointed upwards at space.
Our solar system, or entering it from outside in interstellar...
Oh, these stock images. Or is he just using AI now? So, we got A.B. Loeb talked about this cigar-shaped rocks, claiming it was a spaceship, even though it was in an orbit, right? And because it got an extra push as it was leaving the solar system. But they sort of, scientists looked into that and said it was possibly heating up and had methane gas, I think it was, stored on the surface. They acted like a jet, Well, if it's being heated from the rear, right? So you're going to get the gas going this direction. It's going to push it and accelerate it. I think that was the case. Let's have a look. How do you spell it? I don't know. Let's see what comes up. Looks like it might be a close one. Space rock. Go on, put your AI on it. Oh, there we go. AI did it. First interstellar object ever observed. But it probably was the second object that's come into the solar system, right? The first one, they totally didn't have a telescope for it, probably. So yeah, let's see what the AI has to say about it, actually. Origin, believed to have originated from another star system. Yeah, but which one? Is elongated, possibly 6 to 10 times longer than its width, with a length of about 400 meters and 1,300 feet. So we don't know the width of it. Color, it's reddish hue, possibly due to organic rich material on its surface or presence of materials with nanoscan iron. I was going to say iron. Rotation, it tumbles as it travels with a rotation period of about 8.7 hours. Now, if you're in a space rock and it's tumbling, it's not a really controlled spaceship, is it? So that sort of rolls out that AV lobe nonsense. Didn't he write a book on it and stuff? Speed, it's accelerated as I pass through our solar system, which scientists initially attributed to outgassing similar to a comet. Yeah, but was it methane gas? I think it might have been. What did they get? What you get in space? They get like dry ice and methane. Let's see. Gas vetting. Okay. Yeah, but what is it? It's still not going to tell us, is it? Was it methane? Let's just type it in. Methane. I suppose they don't know. They probably didn't have the spectra analysis stuff aimed at it. Or it's too far away to tell. So what likely gases are you going to get? CO2 as ice. Possibly oxygen even. Methane. Which kind of suggests, where would you get methane from? Because it's normally produced by organisms, right? What was the gas? Let's see. Try that. Still get the same answer. Ah, they reckon it's H2, hydrogen. I didn't list that one. Gassing of hydrogen through subtle. Let's see. What gases do space rocks have? Meteorites, asteroids can contain various gases, noble gases like helium, neon, argon, krypton, and xenon, as well as other gases. Carbon dioxide, yep, there we go. Carbon monoxide, ammonia and methane, so I wasn't wrong. I'm just going by memory, guys. And self-research, of course, is known as gas rich due to their high levels. But how's methane produced, though? If you got methane on a rock from space, you would have to say how. See, so it's by cows here. Produced on space rocks. See what it says, that one. Methane on space rocks can be produced by both geological and biological processes. Well, yeah, if it's biological, then we found life, right? Geo processes include reactions between water and rocks, like olivine under high pressure and temperature. Processes known as supertization. Additionally, ancient methane can be trapped in ice-like structures called chlorites and released later, while biological processes such as microactivity is known to produce methane on Earth. There's still an open question whether life on Mars and other rocks contributes to methane production. Because there's a lot of methane apparently on the other planets in our solar system, which kind of suggests maybe all planets have biological life forms, but they're saying it's done through a process of reactions between water and rocks. What do you reckon? Is that sort of dismissing it being biological life there? Because I always wondered about this. Where's all the huge amount of methane coming from on other planets? Because there's the idea that maybe oil is actually produced by the pressures of the rocks in the center of the Earth and not done through biological organisms. Because it's really, you know, carbon chains, right? So rocks are made with carbon and other crystals and stuff, you know, like metals. So what's this one? What's that? You know, how common would that be? You know, it's the first time I've heard it. There's a magnesium iron silicate material. Okay, well, iron is pretty rich in space, and silicon is rich. How much magnesium in space? It's got a material found on Earth upper mantle. Earth's green. Looks like what they got in Skinwalker Ranch there then, doesn't it? It's known as yellow-green to green color and its free source of gemstone. Mind you, theirs was jelly. That's why I said it sounded like they had aerogel there. Which is probably true, and it may be some biological aerogel, and they're saying it's from ancient past, millions of years ago. But it may not be, because you can make aerogel out of anything, we found out. And it's a good insulator. Why would you use a biological aerogel though? A living form of it? Well, it could be self-repairing, I guess. Of course, military black ops will be way ahead in what we're doing currently with it, probably. How much magnesium? Magnesium in planets. Let's have a look. Do we know that yet? So what about magnesium certain component of planets? Rocky planets like Earth consists of 13% of the Earth's mass. So that's there. And silicon. Very abundant element in planets. Up to 30%. And what was the last one? Iron. We know it's in meteorites as well. Iron is a major component of many planets. Earth, Venus, Mercury. Mercury having the highest proportion of iron. That's interesting. Anyway, so how's they combine to get how's what they call it? Will we reduced chemically? Wonder how they found that out. Magnesium, iron, silicon oxide, magmatic processes and metamorphic reactions forms when molten rock, so you need volcanoes, cools and crystallize, and incorporating magnesium ion and silicon ions into crystal structure. Can also be formed from alteration of other materials like periodite during metamorphosis, especially when water is involved. Okay, I suppose there's a graphic here that's too big. I don't know. What's it doing? Well, it's interesting. I didn't know that. We found out about it just now. And so they're talking about the process here, is it? Looks like a complex one, doesn't it? So tell me that oil can't be produced by a planet then, if they can produce crazy stuff like that. Goes through all those chemical different reactions and end up with a final product. There you go, look. Common rock, they reckon. I suppose because it's got silicon in it. That's interesting. Okay, back to back to the boring episode. Where is it?
And likely artificial object that we covered extensively here on the channel.
Okay, so we've just been through all that. We know it's not an artificial object. It's just a chunk of rock in space. It's probably from a massive collision that happened, an explosion of some force, right? Flung it out there. Gradually gravity grabbed it and changed its course over millions of years, right?
Comet Borisov in 2019, but this object was chemically unlike anything we had ever seen before. It was unusually rich in carbon monoxide and appeared almost untouched, a pristine comet, almost like it hadn't been through any other solar system before entering ours. And you're seeing images of these objects as I mention them. And so now, just mere days ago, we've got the biggest one yet. 3I Atlas, this massive object currently streaking through our solar system on a hypersonic
I just love
UFOs, moving
UFOs.
so fast that it's not even bound to our sun. And some early estimates suggest that this thing could be up to 20 kilometers wide.
So if you had two galaxies colliding together and all those planets smashing together, I'm pretty sure it's going to be moving quite fast. So he just said carbon dioxide there. Well, that's a good reason. As it goes towards suns, that it evaporates and causes a acceleration as well.
and that makes it larger than Oumuamua and even bigger than the impactor that wiped out the dinosaurs. And all of these 3 mystery objects that we have detected, and the only 3, all show the same pattern pretty much.
In fact, it may be what's left of what killed the dinosaurs. We don't know that, you know. It may have been several chunks of them next door to each other, and I don't know, maybe the gravity was enough to change the other one off course a bit and get grabbed by the Earth. It might be just where it was going and where the Earth was at the time. Is that the one that's meant to show up in 2032? Because there's another conspiracies going around saying this is what Corbell was talking about. There's going to be a false alien invasion in 2025, was it? Or was it 2027? I can't remember now. I keep hearing all these prophecies out there. Atlas, I3 Atlas. What we know. Let's see what happens. Where's the AI this time? Also known as C2025. Okay, maybe it is 2025 then. Maybe it's the other one I'm thinking of. What was it called? Oh no, it's when it all got detected. Okay, maybe it's not. It still was. Still might be right then. When's it due? Is it due? Okay. Let's talk about computer there. Let's put comment in. Closest point to the sun. No, that's a different one, isn't it? Another Atlas. I3, how do we write it? Three I. Alright, got it around the wrong way. We'll be close to the sun. On October 2025. Okay. So it was that one. What was the 32 one then? So yeah, remember they were doing all these predictions of a false alien invasion. And it sounds like the Hell comment, doesn't it? Where he had all the remote viewers claiming there was a spaceship in its tail. And all that cult killed itself over it. So their souls could go into space and enter the spaceship. Crazy idea, but there you go. And yeah. What was the one I was thinking of then? Let's just go back. What comet is G2032? 24. Is it called 24? Because it was discovered. 24RY4. They come up with some strange names, don't they? Were to strike Earth, it could cause severe damage. Yeah, that's the one. Probably a 3% chance. They now reduced it down to about 1%. But anyway, there's that one. So people are saying that's going to be the false alien invasion one. whether we're still alive is another question. Anyway, moving on.
None of them are orbiting the sun, and none of them are looping back towards us. And this newest object,
It's hard to imagine that we're traveling at 500,000 miles per hour on a edge of a spiral, and yet this is also moving at that speed in relation to us. So everything's relative. So how did that get in orbit near our solar system? Must have been 1 in a million chance. When you think about it, when you think about all the rocks out there.
Yes, they are calling a comet because of its hyperbolic trajectory. It essentially means that it is flying in from deep space, and once it passes through, it's totally gone for good. And so here's where it gets interesting, because scientists are already calling it a comet. And the thing...
Well, how dare them? How dare them call it a comet? Well, you can see, yeah, I don't know if it's going to go and past us and gone forever, as he said, because it's got to be in a big, huge orbit, unless it crashes into some other rock as it goes around back out again. Yeah.
Has just been discovered, and yet they have officially deemed it a comet, an ice comet.
Okay, so that's because they got spectral analysis on it, right?
In fact, and why? Well, because telescopes picked up a faint coma, which is basically a cloud of gas and dust that form when...
No, it's more than that. That too, but they could analyze the light.
Sunlight hits ice, and it gives it this big, bright, shining tail. NASA and other agencies confirmed it, and just like that, they slapped the label on, calling it a...
So that's fake news right there, you know. How do they know? What's it? 3i Atlas. It was a comet. I think, yeah, comet. There we go. Don't know yet how big Atlas is, but observations they can see that it's active, which means it has an icy nucleus. And coma. I thought it was meant to be corona. Coma. A bright cloud of gas. And dust surrounding a comet as it approaches the sun. Okay, there's more to it than that though. What do you call it? Spectral analysis. It's a guess. Seven big mysteries. There we go. 2 days ago, so they've probably already updated their findings. Is that what it looks like? You can see the gas around it then. It's bound to slip through our solar system's gravitational grip. Someone didn't get any sleep for 35 hours. Poor sucker. Too excited. First major question to answer is its origin. Tracing it back to an individual star is likely impossible given the mixing of mirrored stars in their orbits around our galaxy about across billions of years. One team have already begun just doing that. High velocity of the object with respect to our sun, 60 kilometers per second. to argue that might have come from the vicinity of our galaxy's thick disk. This is a puffy torus of older stars moving at high velocities. Okay. 8 billion years old. That's pretty old aliens if it's aliens flying it. What else we got? Anything new there? Same images. Just trying to skim read it. And what's this one? As it traverses the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter and basks in the sun's radiance, its surface should warm enough to subliminate ice, venting insignificant material to form a large coma and perhaps a prominent tail. So we better see that, won't we? Los Angeles. Oh, what else we got? I wish I'd give little bullet points. This is what we know. Bang, 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 you know. Objects change in brightness as it spins, so it's also spinning, right? So yeah, it's not going to be an alien spaceship, right? Could carry clues to how the object was ejected from its home star. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now we still got more. Stupid ads. The rotation period can also tell us more about the shape. Steady rotation suggests a fairly spherical form. Oh no, not a sphere alien craft coming. Why would it be rotating? Speed might suggest a wonky shape. Like that off. Uma. What a stupid name. That's quite interesting. Colored version of it. Carbon, here we go. Better suited for teasing out the presence of molecules such as water, carbon monoxide, ammonia. Pretty boring chemistry, okay. We can really home in and see this thing looks like. Had a pretty boring chemistry, but it was like any object in our solar system. There was hardly any water at all, but a lot of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Cyanide. Yeah, even this like petroleum was poison. We're hoping to see a lot of carbon dioxide. So there you go. Look, so they've done all the analysis on it anyway. Could we reach it? No spacecraft will be able to reach Atlas. It's moving too fast. Interceptor set to launch in 2029. What's that one? Might attempt to visit another interstellar object. So they got to get ready for that 2032 one, 3 years before. So they're going to have to get out there just in case they need to land on it and push it, but like the movies, you know, sci-fi movies. But yeah, it's kind of fear-mongery there, I guess. Anyway, probably spending too long on this.
A quote, interstellar ice comet. Case closed. But come on, if you've been here for a while, you know how this works. Just because it looks like a comet.
Yeah, we know how it works on Secureteam. Fear-mongering, no facts, just make up shit, and just sucker those subs.
Doesn't mean it is one, and more importantly, there is still a ton that we don't know about this thing. Current estimates say it could be anywhere from under a kilometer wide up to 20, and that's not a small...
We didn't actually get the size thing because they said they couldn't determine that.
Small margin of error. And here is the kicker.
Yeah, like a 50% margin of error.
There is no mission planned to go check out this third mysterious object from interstellar.
Well, we just read it's going too fast, and the latest Starship, probably with Elon Musk's help, will be 2029, so way after. If they get the asses into year, they might get it sooner, I guess, but yeah, if this is going to pass in, what was it, October 25? There's no way we're going to reach that. So yeah, the guy's idiot. I love you doing Tyler. You got some crowns there. King of Scotland, impressive. We need a whole 30 minutes. Alright, we did cover that before. If you look at his comments by date, you may see my reply. Yeah, I might have a look at the end.
Space, the space that is outside of our solar system, where all of the really gnarly alien ships are, and
it's just making up bullshit there. He's laughing, you see.
Are likely coming from. But strange.
Nah. Just guessing that it's coming from there. And they'd be probably coming from the sea. Or something relatively a lot closer than that, you know. Doesn't mean there's no life out there, and they might be traveling from planet to planet like we will do eventually, if we don't wipe ourselves out in the meantime. But if we can get stuff out into space and then start setting up bases on the moon and just hop from one planet to the next, we're going to find out so much, and there'll be so much resources. There's going to be a few trillionaires, right? They won't be, we're talking about billionaires, we'll be talking about godzillionaires. What would they do with all that wealth? Build big spaceships and mine more of it. You know, this is typical human behavior.
Essentially, there's no mission to go and check it out. No probe, no intercept, nothing. We're just watching it fly by from the distance and hoping that it's nothing unusual.
The fact is we're all going to die at some stage. It's hard to believe, though. All the stuff you're working for to buy assets to pass on for your children, the whole planet's going to get consumed by the sun at some stage, and all that property and stuff you owned is going to vanish. So, yeah. It's kind of scary when you think about it. And millions of years in time, that will your ancestors actually be alive still? The only way would be getting into space. I mean, it may not even happen in our lifetime yet. The way things are going with Elon Musk and him trying to cause too much trouble so he doesn't get funding anymore. Doesn't get people supporting him anymore. Because he's getting deep into politics when he should stay out of it, I reckon, and just concentrate on what he's good at. But anyway, I'll probably talk about some of that later anyway.
None of the characteristics of a comet or even an asteroid, nor had we...
So this rock was spinning, that rock's spinning. No way is it going to be a spaceship with little windows down the sides, right? This is just bullshit. The whole episode's bullshit. I don't think he's got anything else added to it, has he?
To this day, there's still no natural explanation that fully accounts for what Oumuamua did. The alien probe?
Well, the best theory was that it vented off gas. And that was enough.
The coma. Scientists still don't know the exact size of the object underneath. Not to mention...
He's still going.
Something much...
It's just garbage, isn't it? Okay, so let's... just have a look, I suppose, at the comments. I think he's getting less and less views, doesn't he? 129,000 is not very good, considering it's meant to have 2 million. So I reckon if most of those subscribed are just fake. They have to be. They bought subs. Speaking of bought subs, I see there's a lot going on with that. What's her name? Amy, the alien girl 111. She's gone from. This is how stupid it is, right? She's gone from. Actually, I'll just bring up that what I'm talking about here. A social blade, right? See, this is why I'm an honest channel. I don't have to do buy subs, but you might remember the other guy that was meant to be a ex-cop who faked a few UFO videos, and everybody was still following, and he was getting up to 10,000 and 12,000 subs, and everyone was saying he was buying them. But eventually Google disabled his monetization because obviously they knew he was buying subs, and this is what's going to happen to her. You might get a lot of subs, but you're not going to get any views out of it, because when you buy subs, they don't watch your thing. They're just after the getting paid. Social Blade. Okay, what's her name? Alien Girl. I just think it's hilarious, but I have to show you this. Alien Girl. I spotted it the other day. 111. Good morning, that's her. Good morning. Remember, she was way behind me, and then she started hanging out with the grifters and gradually building herself up, right? She's up to 14,000 now. And just have a look at this. This is how you know when someone's buying subs. Plus 200, plus 100, plus 100, plus 200, plus 100. Plus 100, plus 100. You don't get that every day, right? And that's been going every day now for a whole month. And you know they're bought as well, because she's gone from like 3,000 subs, and the views counts have not gone up on the shows each time she does an episode. You know, 14, you would expect at least to have like 2,000 views now. So there's a lot of signs there that this is fake. And if you look at the graph, look at the fonts. The fonts are going bigger and crazier. Damn. Now it's gone too big. I can't shrink it back down, can I? How can I shrink that down? I really hate this. This is just crazy. I need to scroll down without triggering. I have to scale this right down now because Social Blade have changed to their own server or something. Why is it not showing the graphs? Why can't I scroll across? Oh, here we go, look. This is the normal traffic, and then suddenly it goes whoop. And subs, was it? So whenever she bought subs, it was fairly obvious. Right. View count goes. Oh, this is when she went on shows. And then obviously on a show, and then I bought some subs at the same time just to make it hide. But you can see here the views went up, but the subs didn't go up. There. Her stats are completely, yeah, you compare it to mine, right? Not the channel. Here I am. Finds me better than Google does. You can see my stats are fairly constant. These are the subs. And higher view count, and then it's tapered off, but I'm still getting subs, which tells you here these are monthly subs, right? So getting 20 subs in a month, that's pretty good. And then I got months here where there's hardly any. But you can see mine's more constant, right? And same with the traffic. So these ones is where I would have done shorts and got more views. Over 1,000, is it? What's it say there? 1.2k, is it? Oh no, this is per month. So yeah, would have been when I was doing shorts. And I don't do them so much, so it's tapered off again. But if you compare the things, mine hasn't got sudden peaks, right? It's constant, alright. That's what it should look like. But I hardly get any views, right? 28, 42. Lost 10 subs and then gained 10 subs because it's really one sub. I lost one sub, but because it scales it, because of stupid way Google didn't want to have individual stats because they wanted to fiddle it. But they couldn't predict precisely how many subs you had, because they then rounded off by 10, allowing like a 10% error because they're fiddling it. That's when my Charlie video got 1,000. Typical, you know, whenever I do Charlie Roo shorts, which I won't be able to do anymore. Poor guy, he's gone. I think about him every day. So I'm going to have to come up with some other animal video instead. But yeah, these guys are just cheats. And if you look at Secureteam, I think he hasn't changed much either. Secureteam 10. Attackers. 2 million. Quite a lot of million views there. Multiply it by 4 ads, and then drop off 3 because you get a minimum of $1 per 1,000. In fact, it can go all the way up to $8 per 1,000. So yeah, so you're talking about $600,000 there. Times 4, that gives you $2.4 million, right? That's how you roughly work it out. And it probably was a lot more money paid out in the early days too, of 2010 onwards, when Google took it over with ads. And he still gets more than 28 views a day, like me. Still making thousands and thousands of views because he's on so many websites that people click and watch his garbage, fake videos that he made. But so you can see it doesn't list any subs now because of the scaling thing. It used to, you could tell that he gained 100, lost 50. Gained 1, lost 2, whatever. You can't do that anymore because the way Google stuffed it all up. Remember they had those special bars you could buy and put on the, hang on the wall, whatever, and it would click over when you got another sub. And you can see it gradually getting closer to the golden play button. Remember those ones? Don't know if you remember. YouTube sub, what do you call it, counter for wall. Let's see, I just want an image of one. Not what I was looking for. Not bar counter. What do you call it? Subscribe. Let's put proper words in. Subscriber counter for wall. These things here that you can buy, right? Track your subs. Now, when Google changed all that, screwed them all up. I'm not sure if they still work. Because there's no points there, right? Now, it looks like they got one that's got a K in it now. But you'd have to change all those. You'd have to change the code in it. It's a good idea, you know, especially if you're a big channel. You could have it on your studio on the wall as you're doing a show. And point to it and say, come on guys, sub, let's get that up another 1,000. Get rid of some of these. Anyway, we better get moving. I lost a bit of time at the start there, didn't I? Half an hour. Okay, so we've got to sort it by... Which I always change it to the newest, but it always changes it to the top comments. It's so annoying. Another stupid thing from Google. They should remember your selection. Our galaxy is colliding with another galaxy. That's right. So everything's going to get destroyed. So if we colonize throughout that galaxy, our galaxy is going to get wiped out. We have to get further beyond our galaxy into another galaxy. So you can see how many trillions of years it's going to take to go over that expanse of space. Unless we figure out some way of hyper jumping. There are no aliens. I don't know about that. What happens will happen. Still watching your content. Keep it going, sucker. Love you, Tyler, sucker. Why aren't you sending craft out to intercept things? Well, we covered that. He didn't talk about it. You reckon we'll find you there, Mike? So this is a ridiculous video. Why aren't they sending a probe? Well, he didn't answer that because he didn't look it up. Given the speed object... Alright, he's actually explaining it here. Given the speed object, Project Lyra, and let's show even a Starship class vehicle fuel in Leo plus a nuclear thermal kick stage would have required launch by late 2025 to get an intercept. Exactly. In 2030s. Yeah, exactly. It's glad to see some people dishing the crap on him. They're all talking about intercepting. I think you're gone, Mike. You're gone. You've probably been censored, I'd say. One day ago. Did you? When did you post it? Because this is what happens. Oh, there we go. I'm back. I didn't know you were gone. If you look at his comments by date, you'll see my reply. But when was it? Oh, you're still there. I think you've fallen asleep. I don't think you're there, Mike. I don't see it. They got people that patrol it from as well, and so they just simply hide your comments, delete it or whatever, block you. Especially if you mention my channel. If you want the truth on Secureteam, go and see the Out There channel. That comment will instantly vanish. I wonder why. No, I don't see it. It's going back, what, 2 days now. And you can't search comments, I don't think. Control F. You can if you scroll down enough, but... King? No. So it's found something there. I don't know what name you use, Michael. Michael Seller. Who cares a shit about that guy? It's around 2 mics. It doesn't matter. Gonna end it there anyway. And move on to the other better stuff. You need to go. We'll be back later. Oh, Oddie. Alright, okay. OD. No, it doesn't find you. Ding ding. Have I typed it in right? Yep. OD, I did it. Or source code. The source but no code. Now you're gone, mate. Oh, it's two sources. Let's have a look. First one. Second one. Where's the second one? Why don't I see it? Huh? Oh, there's no code anyway, I don't think. No. No, you're gone, mate. He's terminated you. Let's get on to the other stuff anyway. Okay. Michael Schumer. Oh yeah, talking about Epstein stuff. So I think Trump never said he was going to release the Epstein files. You ever listened to the interviews? He said maybe, depending on what's in them. You got to remember his administration was the last ones to get it, and of course there was rumors that the FBI, controlled by the Biden administration, were deleting things. Remember that? There was some comments about it being deleted, and so yeah, so if there is any names that they didn't want in there, they'll simply delete them out, right? But they certainly would. If Trump was definitely throughout it, they would have used it to put him in prison before he ran for election again. That didn't happen because they didn't have any evidence of such happenings. Also, wasn't in a few people's hands? Obama as well, Clinton's, and now we got them being investigated. You got the Clintons again, and you got Obama for election interference with the Russiagate nonsense. So that's going to be really interesting. But yeah, it's quite interesting that they're making claims that Epstein was like a CIA asset, which sounds plausible, right? Especially if you want to get someone in the inside to be able to trap traffickers, right? But then again, why was he imprisoned? And that might explain why he got released. Because they knew that he was working for the team inside. You know, like what they call them, informants. I have absolutely no doubt that Epstein never worked for any intelligence agency. If he had, he would surely have told me and his other lawyers. Michael Schumer. I didn't know he was a lawyer. Who would have used that information to get him a better deal? My sources in Israel have confirmed to me that he had no connection to Israel intelligence. But it's only getting his word against it, right? I don't think you could trust anything there. There was some guy that actually got access to all the records that was on an interview. I'm not sure if I got it here. Probably later on at the end of this episode. Said that there was no one in current government or current celebrity or something like that that's in the files. but he said there are people that were in the government at one stage that are no longer in the government that are in the files, which is kind of interesting. So that rules out Trump then. And this guy was a lawyer on the Maxine Waters case, so he would have got access to all the files, right? I might have a clip of it where I play it later on. We'll get to that though, if we want to get to the UFO stuff. Okay, next stage. Okay, make rest. So we're back to the sphere stuff again. Apparently someone's managed to skim over all the videos in great detail, even though I told you that they looked like faked with model or possibly CGI or both. And they just found that there's a fishing line reflection happening. Clearly visible, but not. It's a bit hard to see even on this video. I'll just play each of the videos in turn. None of them do any. Confirmed that no one does any proper filtering, so it stands out. Just the way it moves, it looks like really suspect. Yeah, did you see anything? So we know fishing line generally will have to be here. And we know the sun's reflecting this direction, so we should see a reflection. Can't see it, can you? But there is something happening there. It's really hard to see in this crappy video format of X. Here's a zoomed in version, and we can start to see a flash of light that's running along the line that's suspending it. Now it doesn't have to be very thick, as you know, just strong enough to hold the ball underneath a drone or whatever. Okay, you can see it flashing there, and of course the ball's down here. And unfortunately it's not on YouTube, so we can't really do much with the filtering ourselves, but I have got it on the thumbnail if you look. Let's have a click on there. I don't want it to autoplay though. Can't really. It auto plays now. It didn't used to do that in the past. There we go. So I did some enhancements here on basically the contrast. And you can see there's definitely a line running up here. And you might say, why doesn't the sun reflect off all of it going along? That's a good question. Because of the molecules in the air, I guess. Some people are saying, oh, that's just a compression artifact or some artifact in the video, but not really when you think about it. So if it was a lens flare, we'd expect this bright light here to cause a lens flare in that direction, not directly above it. Alright, so let's go back to the video. And you can see it seems to bounce along the line going up and down. That's because the line's flexing as well. But you can see, if we zoom even more on it, I think there might be a better video still where they darkened it. So yeah, also we've got compression artifacts happening, so makes it a bit more blurred, right? We've got motion blur happening, we've got compression artifacts happening. So it's not like a little thin line we're seeing, but we're seeing the reflection off the line. As you know, that guy that simulated the Billy Meier videos with models, and also using one arm to simulate Billy Meier, because he only had one arm to build the models. He built the models identical, strung them up by string, not necessarily fishing line, and even on HD video from the same distance you couldn't see the lines, right? Billy Meier. Can't remember what the guy's name was now. Which way is Billy Meier spelled? Spelled with I. Some spell it with Y and some spell it with I, don't know. Recreation. Let's see if I can find. Let's see. What's the guy's name called? Billy Meier. Shouldn't be this hard to find them. I have to put the word debunked in. I'll find them that way probably. Debunked. I just want to find the example. Let's see. History channel. All the crap ones come up first, right? Probably have to go to my old episode because I've got the videos here. Alien edit. I don't think that's up to hidden truth. Don't know. It doesn't sound like him. I don't think it was.
Public mission.
Yeah, some bloody TV show. No. What's the guy's name? Damn. Mystified, no. Redacted, no. Oh god. Just going to show you some models on HD. It's really hard to see the filaments. Ah, that's him. Phil Langdon. Okay, so let's see. Does he build one in this one? It's like 13 parts. It's well worth having a watch of them all. I'll post a link to it so you can find it. Billy Meier models debunk. Well, one of them anyway. What's he got in it?
Not be an object from outer space, it would be too threat.
Oh, here you go. Is that the one who's setting up the video? Okay, you can see he's got a fishing line, is it? Or it could be Kevlar, couldn't it? Kevlar string. And he's showing you how you can do it with one arm. But you can't see the string very well going above, right? Again, when you're talking about, this is why they film on the sky. You're not getting, and of course on an overcast day it's the best thing, because the sun's not going to reflect off the line. Well, this is way better quality than any Billy Meier, right? Can you see the string? You can't, can you? And it's overcast, so there's not going to be no sun to reflect off it. And it's got that pendulum stuff going on, so you know it's on a horizontal line that you're sliding back and forth. There you go, look. Can you see the lines? This is what I mean. I rest my case. And then we could run some filters on that. I might even be able to bring it out. We'll say goodbye to Tyler. Goodbye. What's up, guys? I gotta have my sleep now. Okay, you could do all sorts of stuff to this. That's on a proper video. Do we see any lines? No! Looks like my magnifier's playing up. As usual. What else can go wrong today? Saturation. You can't see no damn fishing line. You can see it's very hard to detect it unless the sun reflects on it. Yeah. Let's see if I can fix that magnifier up. I don't know, just having a really rough time today, aren't we? Yeah, you took your time, didn't you? Right, should work better now. There we go. Can't see no fishing line. Only gives it away when he's there, right? Pretty dang good, you know. He's using probably the thinnest you can get as well. Overcast day. So you can only hope that it's sun breaks through the clouds and they make a mistake or something like that. And this is exactly what happened with the Bugasphere, right? The Bugasphere. So let's go back here. And there's a mistake happening. We can see the line then as it reflected more. But it's a shame we can't run the filters on it, because we could bring out more of that. People are saying, oh, I can't see no string, but you can see the reflection of the string. I don't know if has he got some other ones here? Let's go back onto that. It's got that one. Someone enhanced it, have they? Oh, right, he's run it into his psychic. Yeah, simulating it. Ugh. Reflection. Now, how does he know where the reflection's going to be? And why it moves along? because that's but yeah, it's just added all the frames together there of the flash to see where it's going to and from. But how would you be able to simulate it in real life, knowing where the sun reflection will be? Is that guy pointing to it? Not really. It's up here on that one. But you can't see no line. I swear there was another one. Another one where they managed to get it clearer even more. Let's go back to his main page maybe. Let's have a look. Now he hasn't blocked me. It's working a bit better. So that's where we were. I swore there was another one. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was another one. But yeah, we're not finding that. Maybe it's under that one. I don't like the comment tree, as you know. On X, it sucks. Makes it really hard to find stuff. Anyway, I think that just proves a point, though, that there's a reflection there. Oh, we got to get the right one before we close it. Okay, so next thing. Tim Phillips has been fired effectively today. Who the hell is Tim Phillips? Tim Phillips, the former deputy director of AARO, the Pentagon's UFO office, recently did a handful of public interviews, exclusively first with me, regarding his discoveries while at AARO. He was then contacted by ODNI counterintelligence, ordering him to stop doing interviews. I forgot to get a drink too. With DoD without DoD approval until the office retirement in October 25. It's what's been is AARO being just decommissioned again in 2025, or is he talking about ODNI? Maybe they just realise it's a waste of money. I don't know. They're not going to tell the truth ever. Received a termination letter from ODNI HR. The DNI terminated his federal government employment effectively today, July the 18th. So he must feel a wee bit guilty then, Stephen Greenstreet, for getting this guy fired. Bit rough. Loose lips sink chips. Oh my god, bruh. Are you starting to believe now? He said a little too much. Yeah, that's probably true. After 45 years of service, with his entitlement ready and works, he gets fired with no advance warning. Yeah, makes it a wee bit suspicious, doesn't it? Anyway, moving on. Next bits. Oh, right, yeah, this one. John Greenwald Jr., Black Bolt. I feel congressional members may be listening to the wrong people on the issue of UAP. Dr. Greer! Bingo. Definitely. In fact, who are they? I don't know any of them apart from Dr. Greer there. Do you? Who's this? I don't know. I just don't recognise them. Or they're all podcasters or something. And that guy's got to be a senator, isn't he? With the Republican senator. John, if you got an invite, would you attend? Let's go watch HQ event. Definitely not. Of course, I'm always open to new things and being wrong, but you ain't going to be wrong about them. They're just a bunch of stupid grifters that are non-experts that can't tell the difference between a bird and a balloon. I really hate when that pop-up happens. I thought we were going to be a list of the people there, but yeah. Let's see. I suppose these are some of the people here. Michael Bassiter. I don't know. Greer is in the left field these days. Greer has always been in the left field with his Beiju cactus tree that he talks to. Such a liar, that guy. And because he knows it's been debunked, he knows I've debunked it for sure. I think he's even blocked me. Yeah, because I have so few listening to me, he doesn't care. He's got millions, right? He's got big following. He don't listen to real people, and he listen to the grifts and the people that support him. So the next one, Mick West. Ross' belief that the US was controlling craft with psionics. Remember when I first thought they were talking about the camera? And you don't spell it that way though. Psychic powers is unfounded, unscientific, and ridiculous. Well, not ridiculous if it's like a thing you clip on your head for, what do you call it, brainwave amplification and sensors that detect it. You know, like certain region of the brain when you think, and it detects it and then moves it right or left. If psionics works, then demonstrate it. They won't. Ross Cohart says he's reasonably sure Tic Tac was controlled using psionics. Yeah. Why would he be reasonably clear? If he said a special helmet where it can recognize simple commands for left, right, hover or whatever, then maybe. Anyway, next one. Taken by a woman outside her home near Bonnie, NC. Is that how you say it though? Booney, NC. Bigfoot, North Carolina. So what do you reckon on this one? Looks like it's got a big chest there, doesn't it? And narrows off a bit there, but it's so poor quality. It's hard to know if that's on the front of him here, blocking something, or that's a gap between the arm and the body, right? What do you reckon? It looks like it might be in front. So maybe it hasn't got a skinny body, making it look like he's got a bigger chest. But to me, it looks like it's got some sort of snout on there. Do you see that? Looks like maybe a snout. nose bit there, the eyes looking this way. Kind of looks like a gorilla head, but it also could be like a distorted bear head, right? Standing up. I suppose that's how they scare off things, right? When they get spooked in the woods, they stand up and make themselves look bigger, a bit like dogs puff up with their fur. Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell. And if you can take a picture, why didn't you take a video of it? Alright? Right. And why is it so grainy if it's meant to be on a smartphone? There's a lot of questions there. Now, again, I did actually play around with the filtering on that one, just to bring out the details. And again, it kind of looks like a snout there, doesn't it? And the eyes are this way. Compare that to a standing bear. Actually, I think someone did post something on the comment. If you scroll down here, I think someone's got a picture of a bear. Yeah. So far it's been clipped off. So yeah, kind of looks like it could be a standing bear, right? It's got the same sort of snout on it, but it hasn't got the big ears. So I don't know. Can we see the big ears in that blur? Can't really see ears on it, can you? Yeah, I just can't see ears. If I saw an ear there, fairly big ear, it would have made more sense, wouldn't it? It's another unknown one. It's either a bear or something strange. The Yeti was meant to be a type of bear though, wasn't it? Maybe it's a bear with small ears. Bigfoot. Not a gorilla. Let's see. A Yeti. What type of bear would it be? Let's see, I've got some pictures. Okay, so that one's got smaller ears, that one. Human brown bear, Himalayan brown bear or Tibetan brown bear. DNA analysis of reported Yeti samples. And I've got the Zoom acting up again. Bear suggestion a legend is based on encounters with these animals. Studies analyzing DNA, evolution history of a bear species. I'd say it'd be a bear with smaller ears, to be mistaken. So that's a brown bear. The ears are smaller than American bear. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's pretty much the same there, doesn't it? Maybe the ear sizes vary. Brown bear, no ears. Maybe they could get bitten off in a fight or something. So there was a bear named Holyfield for having lost its ears, possibly due to injury or frostbite. Alright, okay, I never thought about frostbite. But that one's got ears. Have you got an image of it? Probably not. Alright, there we go. Alright, Yeah, lost its ears. That must be where it's older. That must be where it's younger. Or another one. Yeah. So that could explain it. And if it's up in the snow, it could get frostbite, couldn't it? And Yeti land, Himalayas. Yeah, so makes you wonder if she faked it with this beer up here. Standing up. Holyfield standing up. Let's have a look. Beer standing. Are there any images of it? No. She may have been lucky and found a photo that's not on the internet. Yeah, that's a shame. I thought we might be able to pin that one. So yeah, it could be a bear that's had its ear. It looks like it could be an ear there though. But then again, if you look at ape gorilla, I'd say. The head shape is way more elongated, right? But they have little small human ears on them. And it doesn't look like that. Let's see how big the heads are. So we go back to the image again. It looks like the eyes are there. That's a very low head that sort of matches more of a bear, I'd say. I'm going to go with bear on this one. Bear with maybe small ears or frostbitten ears. Might be just a strange one. Anyway, possibly it could have been faked. But what kind of camera was she using to be so bad? Or was that like a little speck that they zoomed in on? 4K image of a Bigfoot she saw like 500 meters away, and then had to zoom in on it on the editing software. Anyway, moving on. Next one, Black Vault again. New release, publishing soon, reveals the DOD's FOIA office was instructed not to respond to me when I asked questions. So that's part of the other one, by the looks of it. I knew the answer, but were instructed not to tell me. What? So what was the question? Oh, right, questions about whether the US Army responded to Liu during his Dobster review process. Lack of responses, even a courtesy. We need to refer to this as the root of much of the frustration using FOIA. But to learn they know answers, are instructed not to respond to me, and have to wait sometimes weeks or months for public affairs to respond. That's ridiculous. Instructions are not to respond. Sue 'em. I suppose you can't, the government. Yeah, that's what I keep saying. You can't trust the government. Doesn't matter who's in power. Because the president basically inherits most of the stuff, doesn't he? He picks a few people. But yeah, you normally inherit stuff. Okay, the next video. Most fascinating UFO drone shot recorded in September 2014. Right. Okay, have a look at this one. See, mate. See what you think. It's windy, and they're flying a drone, and they spot a little dot in the sky, and then suddenly it disappears. Now, when I first saw that, I thought, looks like it's a real video that's been edited. They seem to disappear very quickly there. I was thinking maybe it could be a plane. And you get those little small planes that fly mountain men around. But then the way it's turning here and then disappears, it's a wee bit strange. See that? It sort of deteriorates. So at first I thought it was maybe edited. It still could be edited, but I think it's actually a bird gliding, and it looks like it enters into the tree foliage there. Yeah, we need to see more of the video zoomed in other places, right? There's a tic-tac. No, it's not. So you need to see it really slow down. Now, does it go into trees one side, or both wings disappear slowly? Yeah, it looks like it's going into the tree structure there, isn't it? So poor quality though. So it looks like it was getting smaller and smaller and smaller and getting into the tree. It didn't disappear instantly. And the way it seemed to go curved rules out it being a plane. So it's got to be a bird glider. Now, you think if you're flying a drone, you'd zoom down to that location, wouldn't you? Just to see if there's a hole, or what's actually there. There's obviously a big tree there. So, yeah. No, what's a... So they're saying here, Skinwalker Ranch has a video from a helicopter that saw the same thing, except their video shows the UAP entering one side and exit the other side of the mesa. And I said, nah, was a letter balloon, letter A. It blew to the mesa and turned in a way it didn't reflect light till a gust of wind bounced it back up. Now, we looked at that video, remember, and enhanced it. You could see it was a letter A balloon. But they will tell you otherwise. There's a freaking whooping crane going into a nest. I agree, but ending seemed edited. I don't know. It's a bit hard to tell now. I've had a better look at it. I said fake. It's a gliding bird that looks like it was edited at the end rather than land and tree. But yeah, now I've seen it a bit better now. I'll change my mind on that. But anyway. It's amazing how much they could zoom in on that, isn't it? Because I saw that, I thought, yeah, it seemed to disappear. There's some speed it's coming into the trees though, isn't it, to land. smaller. So you can see it's going into the tree bushes there. So it's not reflecting the sun off it. But anyway, thought it was interesting. Interesting one, that one. Could have been edited, who knows, at the end. But now I've looked at it closely, it definitely looks like it's gradually fading rather than suddenly disappearing, which was what I thought at first. Okay, this one. If they confirm this, that means it's prophecy about 2016 is true. It means 2025, I think, wasn't it? Anyway, this is what I was talking about, that comment. This guy here is trying to say it's true. Scientists are seriously analysing whether or not this is an extraterrestrial spaceship heading towards us. Well, if it is, it's spinning around, making them all space sick. And of course, he's talking about this thing that Corbell talked about.
Your government now wants you to know one truth, and that truth is that UFOs are real. They've already done told you. Sometimes when you want somebody to know a truth, it's so you...
Where's the one with all the subs? Because that was a lot
real thing
better.
I'm telling you. So will you think about it before putting it in your show? And they've been here a long time, and that's the truth. But the lie is coming. All indications, like all of them, is that that lie is going to be that there is a craft slowly making its way to us here on Earth. And that is the lie they're going to want you to believe. It's nuanced, how they explain that.
They didn't give you a year number.
Threat. But that 100% is the lie you are going to be told.
Oh no, I'm banned now. He said the F word.
You even got a date.
Guttermouth. Swear. Apple will flag it for explicit words.
You've been whispering a date for a long time now. I know where that lie comes from. I know specifically what document from the 70s initiated the idea of that lie.
70s. Billy Meier.
Classified document. That is the lie you will be told. You're going to be told that there is a craft on its way to Earth. That's the lie. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
You will be wrong. We know you're going to be wrong. You've always been wrong.
2 texts today with a year. Not from me. Nope. I'm not going to propagate that lie. Not going to be part of it. Not going to say it to the camera. Everybody knows. Just start paying attention.
They ain't going to tell us the date. Okay. Obviously it's not going to happen, is it? There are all these grifters online with their little cults. So okay, this guy again, Julio. He's the one that's talking about sky beings and stuff. So let's have a look. Observe the wings manifest in the under a second. Okay, so what do you think it is, guys? A winged creature, flying book. He's calling it. was that Harry Potter? Ooh, what it was. What do you reckon? What kind of insect are we talking about here? A damn moth, right? You can see it's a moth. So this is another one that believes in sky critters. You got motion blur. You can see it's a moth. Being attracted to the camera lights, probably. What a moron this guy is. Wow. So was this putting off any light? I see how it looks like an orb first. What a ridiculous thing to say. It came within 15 feet of me. The feeling around was high vibrating. Nice sound. Yes, like the majority of UFO encounters, I get vibrations. Appeared worm-like initially, then it head and wings quickly formed. What's that, guys? Tyler, send it to Tyler. He'll analyze it for you and say, yeah, it's an alien critter. Now, that's a star up there. Oh, ridiculous, you know. It's amazing how gullible people are. Whoa, Mothman. Good one. Hadn't considered that. Nah, you're a damn grifter, that's why. It definitely doesn't look like a normal bug. It was quite sizable, about the size of a small dog. Yeah, right. Interesting. A while back I had a couple of things fly over me like 30 feet up. That sounds super interesting. A Mothman. So even if you tell them if it's a bug, they'll keep on going on. There's a few more on my X if you are interested. Oh yeah, more moths. Yep, definitely a moth. You can see how they flex their wings. Motion blur moth. That one's less motion blur. Nice catch. That's what a normal UFO researcher calls a moth with motion blur. Oh man. He's even did some stills on it, as if you need to do some stills on it, right? You can pause it. And he's still at it. We got another one here. Incoming object UFO powers up a 14 seconds. A regular visitor. As I was recording the main object, I spotted a cloaked object heading east towards. How can you see a cloaked object if it's cloaked? Okay, so what do you reckon it is?
A moving object coming out of the south. It's just coming over the tree. Friday night, July 18th.
This guy's either got a mental problem or he's a pure grifter.
Can you really power up? That's the black triangle. Thank you.
Black triangle.
There's also a cloaked object. You may not see it heading towards the left of the screen. It's been a UFO sky here tonight.
You don't see triangles going vertically up.
Their arrival.
They always fly horizontal, and you don't see the triangle until they're above you.
New Earth is not something to hope for.
You're a really good camera. You got a really good camera.
In the present moment,
so that can summon UFOs like a Bledsoe. So did you see what it was? It looked like a satellite, didn't it? That reflecting light as it was going through the sky. So it showed up for a brief second and then disappeared again.
It's directly overhead of me right now. We're in southern Ontario, Canada. Every encounter.
There's a Canadian nut job then. What's your gang?
An object coming out of the south. It's just coming over the tree. Friday night, July 18th.
He's got it in filmed behind trees. So again, if it was on YouTube, you might be able to run some filters on it. There it is there. No apps used again. No flight radar. Could it be a plane?
That's the black triangle.
It's moving in a straight line like a satellite would.
Thank you.
Now it's fading.
That was a beautiful power-up.
And he's moving the camera.
There's also a cloaked object. You may not see it heading
Moving the
towards
camera
left
all
of
over the
screen.
place.
It's been a UFO sky.
So I don't know if that was the International Space Station or not, but the guy doesn't use anything like that. Come on, delusional power up is a satellite spin. Hitting and the sea disappeared, hitting the sun on Earth's curvature. Anyway, that was hilarious. Okay, is it the same guy? Oh, no. Yes, that's the other one before. He's got something as well. UFO network. That's the one that believes in comets being spaceships like a Tyler. There is something that moved so fast that it barely appeared in capture. So what if you were filming outside, or especially at night time, what would move so fast in front of you that you barely can capture it, playing it back? Oh, could it be an insect reflecting off infrared? It was almost faster than the frame rate. Yeah, insect. Okay, we're filming in daytime. That's at least something. Is it going to be an insect? Did you see it? There we go. That's probably a... We slowed it down. It's going to be a spug. Alright, and we got digital artifacts from compression. Looks like it's flying towards us. Then he stops it. Why would you stop it? Because it gives away too much information. Oh, there it was there, look, flying towards us. We saw it as it passed over the cloud. There it was, there. See? Definitely some sort of fly. So we could see it coming towards us from there to there. Was like, there we go, look. There's the alien craft moving so fast. So that's really close to the camera. Alright, flies right from over there too. Notice how he doesn't do frame by frame when it's over the white. He does it when it moves in between the clouds, is it? In fact, that wasn't even in the original video, was it? Maybe that's a artifact. That's not what we're looking at, is it? It is up there. Let me see that one. So what is this? Is it a balloon, maybe? A balloon and a bug. Or a water droplet. Oh, that's what he's filming, I thought, was going across the cloud. What is that little white blob? That's kind of weird. That kind of look like a... Let me just see. Yeah, he's focusing definitely on the clouds here. And you can see it looks like it's got some motion blur wings happening. I'm just wondering what the other blob was, whether he edited it. That one there, what is that? I thought that's what he was meaning. Could be something on the lens, I guess. Kinda looks like a balloon though. It's hard to tell when it's that low whether it's a compression artifact. You normally get the bright bit in between two wings, right? Is it getting closer? See how it's sort of, it looks like it's flattening out there. What the hell is it? Could it be another insect just hovering there like that he's filming? I don't know, it's more like he released a balloon to film and saw that other thing on the video. Anyway, moving on. Next one. Orb object, originally on the left and edited one to the right. So what do you reckon this is? You can see it's deforming. Seems to have like a black hole at the bottom. Or it's got something hanging down that's black. To me that looks like a shape of Chinese lantern with the hole at the bottom. And the blackness around it looks like it's compression artifacts. Because of the slow motion that he's getting. That looks like one of those white Chinese lanterns with the hole at the bottom. So you're not actually seeing the side shape of it, and he's running it through some strange analysis here. With some strange colours. Trying to make it look like an orb plasma. But yeah, it does kind of look like it's got some vapors coming off it. Where that circle bit is, even though he's colorized it here. So I'm saying Chinese lantern on that one. So Chinese sky lantern, I suppose. It looks like it's one of these shapes. Looking from below, but one with a smaller hole. And you can see some of them have big holes. Like that. All different types of shapes really. Some are skinnier, some are fat. Some have smaller holes like these ones. Yeah, you can see has roughly the same sort of weird shape happening. So it's not really a balloon shape. Anyway, moving on. Climate change. So that was kind of interesting here. Have I got it queued? It doesn't look like
What
it.
are they injecting?
So Mick West has been into that, saying they've been injecting it since the 50s. Cloud seeding's nothing new. But yeah, they've changed the chemicals over the years slightly, haven't they? And they've done more research into it, the after effects. They know it kills bacteria in the soil when it comes back down. They know it can cause skin irritations on animals and humans, and so on, and lung breathing problems if you've got asthma, especially.
Into the stratosphere with aerosol.
Highly toxic nanoparticles: aluminum, barium, strontium, manganese polymer fibers, surfactants, and
yeah. So where's the research on that, though?
They didn't release any of the nothing. So we went and I looked at it. It's all garbage. It's all stuff.
So what they're saying is that they're funding 130 universities to call it a geo-engineering network. So they're getting all the universities, 130 of them, to look at weather modification. So instead of playing the video, we can read this. A new whistleblower has come forward to reveal that government-run geoengineering program covertly injecting toxic nanoparticles like aluminium and barium into the atmosphere under the guise of climate intervention, raising serious health and environmental concerns. But they also have renamed it. Remember, I think Trump squashed the funding for climate change, but then they renamed it into some other name. I can't remember what he called it. But yeah, maybe it's in here. But I don't want to play too much of it because you can see what happens with his one. Anything you mentioned climate change, and I put that up there. But yeah, they rename it, don't they?
Made you to think nothing's going on. It's just like, oh, look, there's nothing to the Jeffrey Epstein files. Oh, look, there's nothing there. Oh, look, the COVID virus came from a wet lab. A wet market. There's nothing to it. We didn't invent it. So here's what she said. Here's what she said.
Hey, everybody. So EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin announced today that his agency will finally release detailed information on geoengineering. If you followed me for a while, you know this is something I care deeply about. So this feels like the right moment to share. I have been speaking with a whistleblower.
Let's move on a bit.
Funny. Geoengineering, who's behind it and how we stop it. So here's a little bit. A little bit from her article. It's a long article, a lot of info. She said,
yeah, so I'll just post a link to it. So I'll just bringing it up.
Engineering is now commonly called climate intervention. SR.
All right, so instead of calling it climate change, climate intervention is one of the words.
SRM is now referred to as solar radiation modification. SA.
Oh, there you go. Weather modification is called that. Is it? Where does it say that? Atmospheric aerosol intervention.
I is now stratospheric aerosol intervention. These semantic shifts aren't scientific. They're strategic. They're designed to obfuscate the truth and shield these programs from...
Doesn't that sound really much like ufology? How they changed the name of UFO in their government documents, so it makes it really impossible to find. So instead of calling it a UFO, they probably call it the golden duck or something. So unless you ask for any references to golden duck, you never know about a real UFO incident, right? Or in the case of the nuclear power plants, what would they call that one, where they're doing EMF testing using what they call an orange glowing orb. And what would you call it? EMF? Or, I don't know. You wouldn't use the word orb because that's a searchable thing. Probably electroplasma radiation or something. Yeah, they'll probably call it something different instead of EMF burst or whatever. Anyway, I post a link to it. Go and have a listen. We need to keep on top of this sort of stuff. Hiding stuff in plain sight, you call it. Who's out there still? Anybody alive? Let's just post it up here. 17 Eric, how's it going? Complete Shell Greer is, yes, he is. Thanks for commenting. I didn't see you there because I had the screen, full screen there. But yeah, he certainly is. It's good to see that at least the chat's working from there anyway today. I think once I log into the other one, it's a bit of a hassle though. I'm just too frustrated to write about Twitch. So we're calling this one Climate Intervention. or what is it? Atmospheric aerosol, or whatever it's called. Intervention. Not spraying. You don't call it spraying anymore. And next thing. How are we going for time? Must be getting late. 2:30. That's not too bad. But I feel like I need to go to the toilet. Trifield Meter. Okay. I thought that was kind of interesting post I put here about the testing out the Trifield Meter and explaining what it does. Consider Travis was getting a reading of 00 outside. It makes perfectly sense. So they use it for like promoting for ghost hunting and detecting unseen fields, right? But generally you need a moving current for it to detect fluctuations in the magnetic field. So this video here goes on about it. Let's see. We also got a document complete review. So I was surprised to what the cost they cost though. It's a nice clear meter. I liked it better than mine because you can read what's on it, and it had also what they call. I have to bring it up though. I'll just open it up in a new tab here. What was it called now? Here's the big thing on it. Good for my eyes. I thought, oh, I might get one of those because it does RF, it does magnetic field, electric field, and it's also got weighted magnetic and electric field, which means it adds in more frequencies either side into it, so it detects more basically. And you can see it's got frequent response written around the outside here. So as the current moves down a piece of cable in the wall of the house, it creates an electric field and a magnetic field. And what's interesting is the magnetic field and electric field are 90 degrees perpendicular to each other. But as a field that you can detect with equipment, and apparently can make people sick and stuff. So this was like for paranoid people that wanted to shield themselves or get the wiring shielded in the walls. Now we've got jib plasterboard in our house. It's got silver paper on one side. I'm not sure if they use it worldwide like that, but it keeps in the heat, but it also helps with the power cables that run down inside of the wall to be shielded from giving radiation through the wall so much. It's fairly thick tin foil on it, so it probably gets rid of quite a lot of it, as long as it's grounded, of course. Which would be through the nails going through it at certain points into the wood frame, which is bolted to concrete floor, I guess. So some details about it, how it works. But unless you're going past some sort of flowing current, like underneath a power line, you expect it to read 00, Travis. Yeah, he had it on a boat walking along the stream there on Skinwalker Ranch, right? So I'll post the links to that and you can have a read of it if you want to. But yeah, I was surprised how much it cost. The cheapest I saw was $175 US. That's over 300 New Zealand. I think the cheapest I've seen is like 429 New Zealand. So you add on government GST tax and middleman markups, easy $100 more than what you can get in USA. And the most I've seen is on AliExpress for $1,500 US. So yeah, it used to sell for $500 US, or 500 US. So yeah, pretty bad. So it tells you all this accuracies and stuff here, which is radiant frequency. So you can detect Wi-Fi routers in the house, 2.4 gigahertz or out to 6 gigahertz. So you can detect 5 gigahertz signal. Accuracy 20%, so that's not very good, right? For the price you pay for it. But anyway, yeah, I thought I'd posted that around, and the guy's doing a demonstration of it here, explaining it. I'll just post a link to it. So yeah, unless you're walking around power lines or near underground power lines, you expect it to read 00. I don't think it triggers. It has to be a moving magnetic field, opposed to a static one. So you could put it over a magnetized iron asteroid rock, and it won't react unless the rock has got some sort of static electricity running through it, I guess, or something like that. I don't know. Would static electricity cause it to be moving magnetic field in a rock? I'm not too sure. I suppose you could put an electrical charge for it. I suppose it's possible that you got leakage in a cable underground, where the rock is way above it, and it could cause an interaction. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to have a watch of it if you want. Have a listen. Let's bring up the other thing. It's easier to post in. Thought I might have had it open already. Okay, Trifield. I'd love to get one of the meters to have a play with it though. Just can't afford that kind of money. I don't know about you guys. The meter I got for ghost hunting only cost me like $20 to $30, I think it was. And it seems a lot more accurate than that for doing electric fields, at least. Come on. Come on, Mousewick. Okay, what do we got here? Next thing. Alright, the famous footage, is it? I don't know. Is that the famous footage? Redstone, Arizona. I don't believe in UFOs, but I'm having a hard time figuring out what this is. Oh no, that's not the famous footage yet. Or that's coming up. Okay, let's have a play of it. Let's see if I can refresh my mind. Okay, looks like we're filming through trees there, right? Again, we can't play filters, but you can see branches, gaps in the trees. So again, it looks like approaching plane that's coming into land at a nearby airport is my guess.
That's coming back towards me. What the?
Okay.
Doesn't even make any noise. Holy shit, it doesn't have any blinking lights on it either.
Oh, what the hell is that at the end? I've got to be careful here. Oh. Okay, you try to pause it and it does that.
It looks kind of weird.
It looks kind of weird, man. Alright, let's have a close look about some bad noise happening. So that's a landing gear front nose light and 2 wing lights, right?
Blinking lights on it either.
Oh, I thought I had it muted. Why did it do that? It's added some music or some craziness to it. So because it's behind trees, we're not seeing the flashing light because it's being blocked. The red light underneath. Subscribe. Yeah, thanks. You can't hear any sound. So that could be a fair distance away, and it could be a small plane. In fact, I think I can hear the motors. The noise below the talking noise.
Back towards me. What the?
Plus he's got some music added over the top, so it's not pure.
Doesn't even make any noise.
No, you can't hear it because there's music over the top, but it's really faint. So that could easily be out of reach of hearing the sound of the jet engines zoomed in on camera. So it depends on what type of camera he's got, what optical lens he's got. Could easily be far enough away that you don't hear the jet engines as it's spanking. Because we have them fly over our house all the time, and once they get a certain distance away, you don't hear them anymore. You just see the lights. Next one. So this one we've talked about in the past with Robert Farmer. He gave it to me and said, what do you think of this? And I looked at it and analysed it on the live show. Can't remember what episode it was though. It's called the Catalina Island 1966 UFO. Filmed by Hansen, not not Ben Hansen. The object had a apparent no flight control surfaces. It was metallic and approximately 20 meters across. So 20 meters is not really that big, right? But what falls under 20 meters normally? Small planes. How many meters is? How many meters? Piper. I'll say Piper plane. Let's try that one. Would that be 10? 22 feet, 10 meters. There you go. That wasn't too bad. 10 meter wingspan. Super cube. So that's the length of it. 7 meters. Okay. Not too far wrong on the wingspan 10. So let's see. How many meters? What would be a small plane? Small plane. We'll just try that in. See what comes up. Small plane length can vary greatly, but generally ranges from 6 to 15 meters. For example, Cessna 150 is 7 meters, which is the same as a Piper. So before Center general aviation craft, largest single engine craft, probably 7.6 meters. Narrow body can be up to around 40 meters. Okay, let's try a different word. What type of plane in 1966 would be 20 meters? Moni M20. The AI didn't kick in. Was that too hard of a question for it? Let's have a look at this first one. Looks like it's put M20 around the other way, so 20th design. Is it 20 meters? Probably not. It's probably because stupid Google search put it in. It hasn't got a size. That looks like it would be like 7 meters though. Yeah, it's only because it's got an M20 there. So I'd have to say 20 meters probably. AI is kicked in now. Okay, he's quite happy with that. A Boeing 727-100 would have been a common aircraft with a length close to 20 meters. There you go. Although it says 40 meters down there. Right, shorter versions. There you go, 200. $70. No, it's still too big, isn't it? It's not what I asked it though. Why has it got length close to 20 meters and then 40? What's the 40 related to? Isn't that answer contradiction? Let's see it. Let's run it again. See if it comes up with a different answer. That contradicts itself. Contradiction AI. It's coming up with the same thing. Same thing again. Ridiculous, Google. What type of plane in 1960s, let's say that, would be 20 meters? Oh. Okay, let's see it because it's a different answer this time. No, it's still come up with 707. 20 meters long. Okay, there's a picture of it. I suppose it does look like 20. 1, 2, yeah, I have to be at least close to 20. But when what's the 40? The wingspan? No, it can't be. Doesn't mention anything about 40 meters now. No, Douglas DC-8, that would be another one. Other aircraft of the era like also around that length. I'd say in this video we're going to see would be the Douglas DC-8, because I remember those were silver. So let's see if we can get a picture of one. I remember Howard Hughes had one, didn't he? So we're talking about a small passenger plane, Bugasphere. Okay, let's I'm sure the Douglas one was silver. Silver or metallic finish on its fluorescent wings, many models and ships. Well, these ones are white that it's got here. I'm just trying to think. There was one that was all silver. Silver plane. Okay. Small silver planes. Something like that one there. This one here, there's that one. Now that looks like a DC, doesn't it? Tell us though. Crappy. Suppose we have to put 1960s. They had distinct shapes back then. 1960. Okay. Like this one here. What's that one? From a distance, that would look like a good flying saucer. Because you ain't going to see the wings. There's another one. That's another good one. Vintage warplane. I reckon it'll be something like that in the video. I should play the video in a minute, and it'll be obvious. None of those ones. That one there, you know, there's another one. That would be perfect from a distance. But the interesting thing, this guy's meant to be a pilot, I think, or something. Worked in the military. He's meant to know what it's meant to be. So here's the object in question. Now, if you can imagine that silver plane flying along.
Shot at Catalina Island.
In fact, I think I can see a tail fin on that. I think I analysed it with Robert.
In California by professional cameraman Lee Hansen.
Lee Hansen.
It was one of these clear days, and that's why I was up, because you could see to infinity, and it was...
Yeah, well, it didn't look too clear to us on the video, did it?
An ideal day for aerial photography, and it appeared silver with a shadow.
Yeah, we got a lot of scratches on the film.
Underneath, as always, metallic.
Where's it gone? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It doesn't look very silver shaped though, does it?
And it was...
See that? It looks like it's got a tapering nose to it. It looks like it's got something high up in the middle. It looks like it's got a tail fin.
Moving at a rate of speed, I would say 150 miles an hour plus or minus. And appeared to be maybe...
There's a better one with the sun reflecting off the top.
20 meters across.
So 20 meters across. Another variation. It still looks like a silver long plane. Looks like it tapers up the end here as well. Tic Tac. What's that? Now Tyler would pick that up and say it's a UFO. That one there. They airbrushed it out.
Well, these clear days, and that's why.
There's another variation of it. Mucked around with the colour.
I was up because you.
Cool, so it's been digitized, so it introduces compression artifacts.
You can see to infinity, and it was an ideal day for aerial photography. And it appeared silver with a shadow underneath. It was always metallic.
Yeah, so I still say it's a plane.
Shot at Catalina Island in California by professional cameraman Lee Hansen.
Now, prop planes are probably less easy to hear from that distance than jets would be. So anyway, I did some research and found this here, captured by a naval, oh right, he was in the Navy, photographer. Very nice footage. The video was taken in 1967 by a Navy photographer at Catalina Island. 20 meters long. Project Bluebird was very interested in the video, but we still don't have a really good explanation. Well, it's not true. Further down here, someone actually found, is it a nightcap article. They're talking about an AARO car model. I was doing flight tests. There was that didn't get off the ground, the AARO car, so I don't know why they're bringing that up. Yeah, more than a few feet. But there was also AARO saucer, although we're not too sure if it was test flighted and the video was actually legit or not. Or a photograph of it, I mean. There wasn't actually any video of it flying. Which I did an episode on. Let's see if I can find a picture of it actually. Definitely it's not there anyway. So if we go here. AARO saucer, not car. Hopefully it'll come up. Would be if I spell it right. There we go. The AARO saucer, not car, UFO top secret. So I did this episode ages ago. Don't think there was a video of it flying by memory, but let's refresh my memory on it. Back in 2017, I got hiccups now. And I covered some of this in that special episode I did on UFO patents from America. I think there was over 90 of them. Okay, let's go another bit. So it looks like a artistic rendering of it. Now they had this idea that they could have a lot of jet engines running around the outside rim of it with a lot of air vents, and then pushed it out vertically downwards and on an angle so it could fly along as well and hover. And it had like one or two people up there in And the dome shape, which is typical of a short saucer shape. That's why people said it was some sort of like a black ops project, not aliens. But yeah, I don't think there was a video of it.
Here is a disclaimer saying it's for classified security access only, top secret.
Which
here's a collection of cutaway.
No, it could be fake. So there's the jet engine. How it worked, I'm not too sure. Looks like one would go through multiple holes around the outside per distance, is it? I guess it repeats around. So yeah, obviously there are patents of these sort of things, right?
Images showing the,
now this sort of reminds me that it may have got it from after World War II with the German blueprints of special craft they're working on. Kind of looks well detailed drawings, how they want to build it. What's the brick wall? Was that like a experimenting with the thrust? Looks like it.
I think they said it was impractical because it made so
much noise. So it was called Project 1794. Why, I don't know. And there's the AARO car, which was useless.
some of the crashes being
so yeah, no video of it being test flight, but there was obviously some patents and drawings of it. Where they come from, who knows? But yeah, so yeah, we found this thing on this site here. Here it goes, here. Which I reposted under that video so they knew. What was that guy saying on it though? Oh, this guy was forwarding it to Lou Anzondo. Need to know. Talking about the Tic Tac as Lockheed's technology nonsense, alright? Don't know. Obviously we don't know if that's really true or not. So he posted here the same thing, the caption, Navy guy Lee Hansen captured this UFO, blah blah blah. And there's a video clip, but he didn't actually do any research on it. So I posted here a clip from that which explains it and that solves it. So I'll read it from here. From my earlier post, some technical details released by the photographer Lee Hansen speaking anonymously to the San Diego Union Science writer Cliff Smite regarding his 15 April 1966 Catalina Island UFO found shot on 16mm, which is basically what they took to the moon as well. Ectastrom from a chartered Bell helicopter. So he took it from a helicopter to using an Airflix camera with 2.5mm to 125mm zoom lens. He was so it's far away, and he's in a helicopter, so he wouldn't hear it. So even if he heard plane noises in the distance, he wouldn't hear it over the helicopter. He was seated in a vibration reducing chair on the right side of the aircraft with the body partly outside the helicopter. During filming, the chopper was flying a west by southwest course off the southern western coast of Ireland, but Hansen had already been observing the object for several minutes, starting when the chopper was off the southern tip of the island. At the time, it appeared 5 to 6 miles distant. So yeah, you can see why it's shit film, because he's optically zooming it. Some vibration in the helicopter was probably moving up and down a wee bit while he's trying to stabilize it to film it. Look at a weather balloon tethered off the west coast of the island. He later suspected the apparent lack of motion might have been due to the object coming directly towards them. That makes sense. When a plane moves towards you, it looks like it's hovering. When it was about 2.5 miles away, he realized it wasn't a balloon and began filming. Estimated speed was 150 miles per hour, which is not very fast. In level flight, like an airplane, slightly higher in altitude than the chopper, which was about 1,000 feet above the sea. I heard from others that the reason the clip is only 15 seconds long is that it was filmed after documenting a naval activity, and that it was all the remained in the film magazine. Also, that Hansen claimed to have gotten a very good look at the object as it passed behind the helicopter, and confirmed that to the eye it looked like a metal football. Those planes though look like metal footballs, the ones I was just showing you before. I have been told by a Secureteam ufologist that in 1974 a copy was sent off to JPL to be unofficially examined. After hours by a volunteer photo analysis, he determined that the small vibration present in the clip were consistent with the chopper rotator RPM and number of blades. He was reported to have sent it off to a Hollywood special effects colleague for their opinion on, this mouse is acting up, whether it could have been faked. That person apparently assumed it was an official Navy product in the public domain, allowing it to be used commercially. I think it was in the beginning of the original version of Hangar 18, but removed from later cuts. Hansen had negotiated with NBC for their use of the clip, and it can still be found in the opening of the 1974 documentary like Glenn Ford TV drama The Disappearance of Flight 4112. In 1980, JPL officially analyzed the clip for Arthur C. Clarke's program. That was a really good science type mystery show where he tried to be balanced. Mysterious World series. I still got it on hard drive actually. Episode 10. The new analysis involved correlation of multiple frames. So that's where they stack frames to try and enhance the quality to bring out edges. Probably not valid if the object had rotation. So yeah, as it turns, then it's a bit hard to stack it. But if it's flying so many frames towards you, then you can add all those frames together. but they still did it. This resulted in a very poor image that was, with imagination, might be a small single-engine private aircraft. You can see it here. So they said it was likely a aircraft. So I suppose that's Arthur C. Clarke here, so we can't really play it. And it's been copyrighted. The video is no longer available because YouTube account says the video has been terminated for sharing copyrighted material. So that's that. Sounds like a valid explanation to me. Yep, and me. I'd agree that the flight characteristics are nothing special. Yep. That's it. So I thought I'd just share that one with you. There's the last one. But you can see this guy has forwarded it to all these grifters. Sondo, Ross Cohart, Gary, Dustin Slaughter, Jeremy Corbell, nah, blah blah blah. I see none of them replied to it though. Anyway, it's been a messy day and I need to get a drink because I forgot to get one. But yeah, if you look at this, the planes that were flying around back then, they do look like what he described, you know. And it tapers off at the back and it also tapers off at the front. And you're not going to hear the prop plane from, what is it, 6 miles away with telephoto lens. So yeah. What's the third phase been up to? Hang on, have I got time for them? Probably not. 3 hours. I think it's time to probably wrap up because I need to get a toilet. But yeah, I'll save them for a rainy day because the garbage. Yeah, I think we'll save it for another day. What's on UFO count here? I'll just reload that to see what's come out today. Might be something interesting. My daughter sent me this pic she took near Hudson River. You know, pics are useless, right? So balloon, bug. Oh no, I can see a string. So that's a weather balloon, right? Weather balloon. What's that one? Oh right, yeah. Seems to ring a bell. This alien craft, photographed by NASA and presented by Robert Dean. Yeah, seems to ring a bell. What was that now? Can't remember. There we go. We got that bouquet shape happening. An interesting new filmed in Mexico, resembling a space capsule. Let's just play that one.
Welcome to the UFO.
Oh no.
Without any engines.
I'd say it's probably a weather balloon. And he's got one of those bouquet filters on it. Looks like it, doesn't it?
¿O será Google el que está haciendo la gente?
Well, a Google loon balloon. It's got a maximum zoom by the looks of it. Yeah, that's the shape of the aperture happening, isn't it?
Mira, man.
Keep it still, get a tripod.
Dale, todo en aumento, boludo. 126 de...
Well, you can see the rope coming down.
Mira, mira. Mira, Katy, cómo se ve aquí en la pantalla.
I'm telling you, it's like a little balloon. Let's see, what do we got? Something above.
Voy a darle todo, no.
Oh, there you go. There's a tether. That's a damn weird balloon with the sun reflecting off it. And the shape is artifact due to the lens. It looks like something that'll be on third phase. Tic Tac Cylinders Part 2. Part 4, I mean. Let's go into YouTube. Looks like there's a lot of videos joined together. Well, this one at the beginning there definitely looked like a solar tube balloon. Oh, we're out there already. At the very front, it looked like a solar tube balloon. Anything interesting? Bell, blah blah blah. What the hell? Toilet seat. What's that meant to be? Help needing building a do-it-yourself anti-gravity drone. Clockwise rotating electromagnetic fields. Mercury vortex. Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to deal with mercury. It's a good way to get killed. Power supply. The problem is most of these ideas would need really high voltage, and we just don't have anything with that sort of capabilities to be light enough to fly in some of these craft, right? They did the nuclear power thing and it took up most of the plane inside and killed the pilots with radiation, even with protection. Lead shields between them and that they also got cancer or whatever. So yeah, I doubt it. An orange substance found for space. Yeah. It's possible, I guess. Iron meteorites. So of course there's no analysis done on it. So yeah, just going through all that. There's not really much there, is there? But anyway, we looked at that one last time, didn't we? Pretty sure. Or we've seen it somewhere else. Was it third phase, maybe? Anyway. Time to wrap up. Today's been a bit of a disaster show, but thanks for your donation anyway, Mike. Are you still with us? I thought you fell asleep. Back. I'm just finishing up now. We don't have too many people show up today, I don't think. But yeah, go and get some sleep, mate. It's been like a rush show and technical problems and stuff. We might have done some more if we didn't lose that first half an hour. But I'm going to say good night. I think I covered a few UFO vids analysis there, plus some good stuff on Bugasphere. They're having a obviously reflection of a fishing line. And what else did we cover? That was interesting. I suppose the Catalina one at the end there was quite good. Good night all, take care. And I'll see you again next weekend, hopefully. We've got this flu bug that's taken out the household, and I have been cooking meals and doing stuff. And I'm not too well myself, as you know, but yeah, I manage. Plus, I'm trying to fix things here, muck around with TVs again. Apparently, the soundbar stopped working on the main TV, and I didn't know why. Apparently, they did a firmware update. It's quite complex. Took me days and days to analyze what was going on, but turned out that that was the Skybox, which is an older box we've got, not the newest one. That doesn't have any options to, and it doesn't even have a settings for technical stuff like to do with HDMI on it, with the CEC and EDI stuff. But what happened is the TV started to detect the Skybox automatically, and obviously wrongly, it customized it somehow that affected the soundbar not to work anymore. So as soon as I unplugged it, the soundbar got detected again and started working again. And I bought an extra remote for Dad to use because he wants to control it at his table and Mum wants to control it. So I decided just to get my remote because I knew it vaguely said that it could have 2 remotes on it, which were Bluetooth, but it has sort of has infrared as well. It does infrared as well as Bluetooth. So the second remote becomes the infrared one, and the main one is Bluetooth, and it does a lot more functions on it, a bit better. But it allowed you to at least mute it and control the volume. But when the cell bar stopped working, then we had problems. I first of all tried optical, and it didn't sound as good, but it allowed you to send commands over optics called synchronization link, but it wouldn't pick up the codes properly. The second remote obviously had something missing where, well, it had something missing in the TV for the second remote to be able to send the proper commands for muting and volume control for optical. Now, obviously it didn't include it in the firmware, so that was a bust. So I had to go and try and figure out how to get the soundbar going. And I said, I don't know if it's the TV or the soundbar at this stage, because I didn't do a lot more research on it. I had to do a lot more research on it, where other people were always, all were coming out in the last month saying that their soundbars stopped working. And I read a couple of other ones that said unplug all the HDMI cables and just leave the soundbar plugged in. And I thought, oh, that's a good thing to try, actually. So I did, and it started working. So yeah, it turns out to be something to do with CEC, which is communications over electronic, and it's not as a non-standard, right? So the firmware update obviously changed it to detect Skybox, but in the process, because it's daisy linked across all HDMIs, it took out the soundbar for some reason. And I didn't have a special cable with pin 13 removed to be able to block CEC and to see if that was the case. But in the end, I found it was my, I had a splitter on there, HDMI splitter, so it sent it to a wireless HDMI, so I could then play it on another TV in another room, the Skybox, and also to the TV. But the unit had like an amplification of the signal and regenerated EDI probably properly, because the old Skybox probably was doing it wrong. It probably made the proper header for it, so the TV started recognizing it when the firmware update happened. And of course that's where it all went wrong, so I had to unplug all that, and I had to find another way in doing it with AV cables, which only does like 500p, not 1000p, and I had a unit that upscales it to 1080p, but you can tell the quality is not there, but it's good. It was good enough to watch it on the other TV in the distant. So I used that off AV outputs of the old Skybox, solved the problem, and I connected all up the other cables, and everything was working fine. But yeah, that's what I've been doing the last few days, fixing that. But anyway, better go. And take care. And wind down now. If you like the show today, do hit a like. I don't know if I've got any there. Just check that before I go. And I don't think we had many people on. Updating 297. What? No, we had 4 people drop by on YouTube. That's at least something. I did a hit and run. A minute is a long time. Waiting for a refresh to happen. It's not instant. We got 3 likes on Pilled. Thanks, guys. And 2 on Rumble we're going. And 4 on... Hopefully we can get some more of that, because if not, the channel's going to die, you know, because people are not going to watch. There's going to be less and less people watching. But anyway, time to go. Oh, yeah, that was for Tyler stuff, wasn't it? Yeah. Where's the wind down software? Oh, here it is. Ending now. I have to try and fix that software up next time for the chat. A wee bit earlier, hopefully, just to make sure. Oh, I need to go to the toilet. I have to end the credits. I'll play a wee bit of it first. Good night from Kiwi Land. Thanks for your money, Michael, again. Very kind. Much needed, I must admit. Anyway, that'll be enough. Start winding off now.